There has been a big competitor of Stargate and Layer Zero in this interop space with the intent-based architecture.
Yep.
Probably our biggest competitor is Across, since
Yep.
they've seen a lot of adoption there. The intent-based architecture is straightforward. The user escrows token on one chain, this emits an event, and some backend entity picks this event up, delivers the tokens on the destination chain, and then this logic of repaying this entity is decoupled from the main logic. What do you see as the biggest inefficiency of the system, and why is this message based system that you're using with Stargate superior, or what was the better use case for it?
I think the biggest inefficiency of intent-based systems is their like capital efficiency. It I, we can get into this a little bit later. I think intent-based solutions fundamentally fix a different problem to what Stargate is trying to build with message-based bridging. But I think for intent-based systems, and we've seen this. Like again, I don't really think this is a debate anymore. Um, they are limited in how much they can scale. There are few intent-based systems that are on the same number of chains as Stargate that can offer as much size as Stargate. Well, none of them can offer as much size as Stargate, particularly going into Hydra chains. But the idea that a third party entity who is profit maximizing, profit seeking, must hold latent capital without guaranteed order flow is just kind of ludicrous from an economic perspective. And the ability to service all types of use cases is just not possible. Intent-based bridges are very, very good at fast retail size transactions. And so basically transactions under 10K to the top 20 chains is a very, very good use case for intents. And I think is like, they need to exist for that purpose. But fundamentally, if you are looking to solve interop, or if you're looking to build bridges that actually unify all ecosystems, you could never build that on an intent-based system because you would need an infinite amount of capital. Like the simplest way to explain this is when Berachain went live with Boyko, they had $3.1 billion that needed to move from Ethereum over to Berachain. That entire process happened over Stargate V2 Hydra and using OFTs. We moved $850 million in 24 hours in I think it was like 10 transactions or something like that. You could not do that with intents. Like there is no question that you could not do that with intents, because there would be no entity who's holding $850 million on the other side and like ready to fill you. And it was also completely free. They paid gas and that was it. And like that infrastructure level problem, the liquidity level problem, is what we were looking to try and solve, and I think is a far harder problem. The intent-based solution, as I said, is very good for retail, but it's not a hard problem to solve. There are multiple successful intent protocols out there that is like a private key in an AWS server where you send me funds, I index that transaction, I send you funds on the other side. There is no dispute mechanism. There is no like verification that these happen. There is no batched verification. It is really just like a convenience and like a nice to have. And I think two products that are kind of in that direction are GasSip and Relay, who are both very open about that fact. Like it's a centralized solver, and they know that, and you send them money and they'll send you money, and it usually works. And if not, you DM them and you'll get your money back. But it's not solving a hard problem. It's not building infrastructure that will power the future of crypto. It is just like there is a need for it, and yeah, people like to use it, and I think that is like the niche that it occupies. We again took the opinion that the harder problem to solve and the more important pertinent problem to solve was this like actual liquidity scaling infrastructure between hundreds of different chains. What is like a base level piece of infrastructure that you can build that facilitates bridging of billions of dollars between hundreds of ecosystems. And I don't think that there is any other architecture. I mean, obviously, I'm biased, but I don't think there's any other architecture that allows that in the industry, and we've also kind of seen that. And so, to your question earlier as well, would other teams have been able to do what Stargate V2 has done? I don't know. I don't know if, again, I don't think there's another architecture that works better than Hydra for the problem that we have solved. And I think everything else kind of sits one level above that. There is no other bridge that operates kind of at the level that Stargate operates on.